Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to deliver a message on the occasion of the LNG Producer Consumer Conference 2020. My name is Hidetoshi Nishimura, President of ERIA, Economic Research Institute of ASEAN and East Asia. ERIA is an international organization established by an agreement of all the leaders of the Third East Asia Summit. Its main role is to conduct research and policy analysis to facilitate ASEAN economic community building and to support wider regional community building. At the ASEAN Coordinating Council in Hanoi on 9 September this year, ASEAN foreign ministers commended efforts by ERIA as a regional think tank in conducting quality research work to facilitate ASEAN's regional integration process. Among its wide range of research activities, energy is one of the key pillars. As a regional think tank, ERIA is delivering policy messages for achieving secure, reliable, and sustainable energy for all based on the specific regional energy circumstances. Graph 1. Now, we are living in unprecedented situation. COVID-19 has pushed the global economy into the worst recession since the World War II. Graph 2. Such an economic downturn is damping energy demand and energy-related CO2 emissions, as well as SOx and NOx emissions. Graph 3. However, such environmental gains will be temporary, as witnessed in the presence of China making economic recovery ahead of other countries. COVID-19 could cause a setback to climate action. Low fossil fuel prices will delay the pace of the energy transition, disincentivizing energy efficiency as well as making renewable energy less competitive. Today's topic, the role of LNG, must be addressed under this challenging situation. As presented in Graph 1, ERIA's most recent regional energy outlook projects that ASEAN's primary energy demand will grow by 2.9 times between 2017 and 2050. Natural gas demand will grow by 3.5 times, driven by power generation, industrial, and transport sectors. As presented in Graph 2, power generation demand will grow by 3.3 times, and gas-based power generation will grow by 3.8 times. As you can see in Graph 3, its share out of total power generation is continuously higher than that of coal during the outlook period. This is a major change from the previous outlook published in 2019, where coal was projected to be the biggest power source in coming decades. This reflects the policy changes of several countries such as Thailand, Vietnam for vigorously promoting natural gas. Since this outlook was compiled before COVID-19 outbreak, we intend to review it, analyzing the impact of COVID-19 on regional energy supply and demand situation for the period of 2020 to 2023. Competitiveness of various fuels in terms of LCOE, liberalized cost of electricity, differs across the regions. Unlike Europe in graph 1 and US in graph 2, in ASEAN region, presented in graph 4, coal is the most competitive fuel due to its abundant domestic supply. Since the beginning of 2020, LNG price in Asia has been going down. This is because of low demand caused by COVID-19 and the supply surplus due to plenty of new natural gas projects in the United States. This could improve the competitiveness of natural gas vis-a-vis coal. On the other hand, uncertainty of future natural gas prices and coal-producing countries' preference of domestic coal to imported LNG could discourage acceleration of fuel switching. Economic damage by COVID-19 could raise resistance to higher energy cost. Bigger role of natural gas is encouraging. However, ASEAN energy mix will continuously heavily dependent on fossil fuel. This is not consistent with the Paris temperature target. As you can see in graph 2, IEA's Paris compatible scenario calls for a significant reduction of the share of fossil fuel in power generation from 70% under reference scenario to 28%. Ongoing bashing of coal could spread to LNG as well. However, it is doubtful whether such climate-centric scenario will prevail. We need to note that climate change is one of 17 SDGs, not the supreme objective, taking precedence to others. There are synergies and trade-offs between climate action and other objectives. Most SDGs are predicated by robust economic growth underpinned by cheap and reliable energy supply. According to the UN Global Poll in 2015, highest priority was given to education, health, and job opportunities. Climate change was much lower in the ranking. This trend is the same in the ongoing survey under the COVID-19 crisis. It is not surprising that the attention of government and the people has shifted further away from climate change. In addition, resistance to higher energy prices will be even higher amid economic difficulties in the region. This will be particularly the case for developing Asia. As a regional think tank, we need to face the regional reality that reliable and affordable energy supply is even more crucial during the economic recovery period. Natural gas is clearly a promising bridging fuel to low carbon future. Its operational flexibility is a good combination with growing share of intermittent renewable. In order to further enhance its role, first and foremost, cost competitiveness of natural gas needs to be further strengthened. To this end, we need to accelerate the removal of destination restriction, develop a reliable LNG price benchmark, promote capacity building, assist private investment in LNG value chain, accelerate regional gas pipeline interconnection. Technology innovation throughout LNG supply chain is also instrumental for improving competitiveness of natural gas. We highly appreciate Japan's initiative in these areas. The role of natural gas is emphasized in the 13th EAS Energy Ministers meeting. ERIA will make contribution to larger role of natural gas through quality policy analysis. While utilizing fossil fuels, we should also seek decarbonization pathway by innovative technologies. Hydrogen could play a major role due to its no CO2 emissions, unlimited supply, and transportability. Demonstration projects of hydrogen production from natural gas and brown coal are going on in the EAS region. For ultimate decarbonization, we need to deploy CCS technologies. It should be combined with thermal power plants as well as hydrogen production. This is a common requirement for either coal or natural gas. This biggest hurdle for CCS technologies is its economic viability. One of the solutions is to reuse separated CO2 and improve economic viability of the whole cycle. In this regard, Japan's initiative to hold international conferences on hydrogen and CCUS carbon recycling together with this conference is very relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, facing various uncertainties, what we need in tackling energy security and climate changes is not advocacy, but pragmatism. There are multiple pathways for energy transition reflecting specific circumstances of each country and each region. As a regional think tank, ERIA will continuously deliver pragmatic policy messages reflecting regional energy reality. Thank you very much for your attention.